the order of operation. So that might be a term that's familiar to you from previous years, but we're going to make sure that we understand that fully before we get into some more things today. So what we're going to do before we start is go ahead and try the problem of the day if you want. If not, then jump back in with us right after this. Welcome back to the problem of the day. Before we get started, I want to talk about, you know how to do multiplication, you know how to do division, you know how to do addition and subtraction. These are all things that you've been doing since first grade, right? But what we're going to do is we're going to kind of let this to real life before we get started so you can kind of connect it a little bit better. I enjoy food. Some of you might as well. Some of you may not, right? Let's pretend that we're going to make a pizza from scratch. We're going to make it homemade. So in order to do that, there's some things I need to do first, right? If I'm going to make the dough, then I need to add some flour, I need to add some water, get that all ready and make the dough, right? I'm also going to need things like cheese and sauce and toppings. And that all needs to go in somewhat of a specific order. If I don't do it in the right order, am I going to end up with the same result? Probably not, right? Think about what if you put the cheese down, make a nice little layer of cheese, and then you throw some sauce on the cheese and put the dough on top and throw some toppings on top of the dough. Throw that in the oven, bake it. 425, 10 minutes, pull it out. That's not pizza, right? So, there's a certain order that you have to follow when you do things. So just like that recipe, what if you're following directions? And your family member says, hey, you're going to go down this street, and you're going to take a right at Jefferson, you're going to take a left at Monroe, and then you're going to go straight to this tree and take a left at the water tower. But what if you just go until you find a water tower and take a left? And then you take a right, right? You have to follow directions in the same order. You won't end up at the same place. That's what we're talking about when we're talking about the order of operations. If we follow the order of operations, we're going to end up with the right result, just like pizza, and we're going to end up in the right place with the directions. So let's go ahead and jump into that for today. What we're going to do today to start off is I wrote a problem on the board. It's behind me. I'm hiding it. You can do it here in just a second. But what I want you to do is I want you to just solve this the best you can. Don't worry about getting it right. Don't worry about getting it wrong. Just try your best. And when I'm deciding, I'm going to pause it, and then we'll talk about it once you're done. So here's your problem. Go ahead and work on that. The problem is 6 times 7 plus 12 divided by 3. So go ahead and pause your video, do that now. Welcome back. So here we are going to look at the problem, and I'm going to throw a few answers that you might have, and then we're going to talk about why they may or may not be right, and then I'm going to give you the order of operations and see the right way for sure of how to answer this. So, looking at this problem, we have 6 times 7 plus 12 divided by 3. Well, if you just go left to right, you're going to end up with an answer, let's see what that's going to be. You're going to end up with an answer of 18. What if you add these two first, and then go ahead and do your answer? Well, then, your answer would end up being 38, okay? But what I want to look at is the order of operations. And what that's going to look like is P, E, N, So when we talk about the order of operations, there's a cool little shortcut that we can use, and it's called PEMDAS. Okay, so I want you to write that nice and big in your journal. And what we're going to do is take a look at what PEMDAS means. PEMDAS is something that we use for solving problems with multiple operations. So I wrote PEMDAS on the board. And the way people remember PEMDAS isn't a word and it's weird, right? So we're going to use please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. As if PEMDAS wasn't weird enough, we're going to say a weird phrase, right? Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. That's how you remember the order of operations. You said, Mr. Hall, that's weird. I don't know what you're talking about. Let me explain. P stands for parentheses. All right, and you can't see I only wrote down parentheses, but here's what parentheses are, right? Parentheses. That means every time you have a problem, you first need to look and see if there's parentheses. If there's parentheses, you need to solve whatever is in the parentheses first. Once you solve the parentheses, or if there are no parentheses, then you move on to the next letter, which is E. For, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, E stands for exponents. So remember, we just talked about exponents. Let's move down a little bit. All right, we talked about exponents, and we have things like 4 to the power of 2. This right here, that little number is our exponent. Then we get to ND. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Okay, well, if we think about operations, some operations that we do are we multiply, and we also divide. So multiplication and division. With these, we're working PEMDAS left to right, so done with parentheses, done with exponents. With multiplication and division, you can do whichever one you had. The order of those doesn't matter, but go left to right. So if we had a problem that had 3 times 4 divided by 6, you just do the 3 times 4 first, and then divide that by 6. Okay. Or even if it was 12 divided by 6 times 2, just do 12 divided by 6, then multiply by 2. You just go left to right. These are interchangeable, that multiply and divide. Then, if we've got multiplication and division, A and S, well, we might have addition and subtraction. Okay, so this is the order of operations. This is going to be kind of your life tool resource for algebra. So go ahead and make sure you have that copied down. And what I want you to do once you have that copied down is in your PBIL section still, I want you to come up with your own acronym. So we have, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, people have made others like people eat more donuts after school. Everybody loves donuts. Lord knows I do. Whatever you can think of, just think of some random phrase. It's going to help you remember PEMDAS. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally's a word for me in school, but come up with your own. Maybe that'll make it stick a little bit better. So go ahead and do that now, and then join us back in the lesson. So now hopefully you came up with a really awesome phrase that I'm going to hear tomorrow in class. Make sure you do it. An awesome phrase is going to help you with PEMDAS, right? Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, parentheses, exponent, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. Okay, so now we're going to apply that same thing, PEMDAS, the order of operations, to our original problem. We have 6 times 7 plus 12 divided by 3. So go ahead and make sure you have your little chart, your little cheat sheet of PEMDAS sitting next to you. And we're going to start with the P, parentheses. Well, let's look at this problem. Do we have any parentheses? No, we don't. So we're done with parentheses. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write PEMDAS kind of small up here above. And I don't have any parentheses, so we're done with the P part. Done with the P. All right, so now we're going to move on to the next letter, which is E, exponents. Do we have any exponents in this part? No. So we're going to cross off the E. Now we get to multiply and divide. Remember, it doesn't matter which order we do multiplication and division in, but we're going to go from left to right until we find either one of those and then solve it. So if we look, 6 times 7, well, that's multiplication. Let's do it. 6 times 7 is 42. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to completely rewrite this problem. I'm done with 6 times 7, so I'm going to take it out. So I have 6 times 7 plus 12 divided by 3. I'm going to keep looking for multiplication or division. 42 plus 12 divided by 3. So I ran into divisions. Now I have 12 divided by 3. Again, I'm going to do 12 divided by 3 is 4. So now I'm going to rewrite my problem again using all the steps I've done because now I'm done with 12 divided by 3. Make sure we stay in here. And now we're done with multiplication and division. I don't have any more of those problems. We're looking at addition and subtraction now. Remember, it's just until we run into one of them. 42 plus 4. What's 42 plus 4? 46. So, go ahead, copy that down. And 46 is the answer to our original problem. So if you said 18 or if you said 38, Those are numbers that we don't want to get as answers, okay? 46 is the only correct answer. So 46 is following the order of operations. That's like when we created our pizza right, we followed directions, we ended up at the right place. 46 is where we were going. 46 is the correct recipe, 46 is the right direction. So now we're going to take a look at a couple more examples of this and apply the order of operations. So go ahead and flip into your guided practice section now. So now here we are in our guided practice section. We're going to do a couple practice problems and we'll walk you through them step by step to make sure that we fully understand what the order of operations is and what it looks like. So what we have here is 36 divided by 6 plus 6. Now before we just jump into it, try to go left to right, let's write the order of operations off here to the side. I'm just going to write PEMDAS to remind me, okay? So remember, we start with parentheses, so there's no parentheses, we're done. Step 1 done. Now we move on to exponents, those can be kind of difficult. Boom, we're done with those. Now we look to multiply or divide. Remember, we can do either one, but we're going to go left to right and find which one we run into first, and then we'll just do it. 36 divided by 6, right off the bat, let's go ahead and do it. 36 divided by 6 is 6. So now that I've used the 36 and divided by 6, I'm just going to cross it out. I don't want to get confused. And I'm going to bring down what's left. Plus 6. If I look at my problem, I don't have any more multiplication or division left, so let's cross those off. Now I have addition or subtraction. Well, I have 6 plus 6. That's the hardest part of this problem. It's 12. Alright, so that's the answer to number 1. We went through and checked each part of the order of operations, and we solved the problem. We did it in the right order. We got our pizza. We got to the volleyball game we were going to. I don't know, wherever we were going. We ended up at the right place, right? So let's do another problem together. Here's our next problem in guided practice. For me, these are super fun, all right? This is what I love to do. Algebra is my favorite, so we're going to get into this. I made it a little more complicated this time because that's what's exciting to me. Sorry. So here we go. We have 48 divided by the quantity of 4 plus 8 plus 2 to the power of 2. So that one's kind of the longer one. It's got a lot more going on. Let's check it out. What I'm going to do to help me and help you is we're going to write PEMDAS out here to the side. And remember, that's going to be parentheses, exponent, multiply, divide, addition, subtraction. PEMDAS, whatever your phrase was. Please excuse my ignorant sound. People eat more donuts after school. Whatever it is that you came up with, okay? PEMDAS. So starting with PEMDAS, we always look at the first letter and then we go left to right. So PEMDAS, we have a P. P stands for parentheses. Let's look at our problem. And we have a parentheses here. So now we have to solve whatever is in the parentheses first. Even though it's addition, and that comes very last, we're going to solve it first because it's in parentheses. So 4 plus 8 is 12. So now I'm done with my parentheses. I'm going to get rid of them, and I'm going to bring down the rest of the problem. So we still have 48 divided by 12, which was the quantity in our parentheses, plus 2 to the power of 2. So now I'm done with parentheses. I don't have any more left. We're going to get rid of that. Now we move on to the next letter, which is an E. So exponents. So now I'm going to look at the original problem again. Or no, well, not the original, but what we've been working on. And I'm going to go through left to right, and I ran into some exponents. So 2 to the power of 2 means what? The base multiplied by itself, however many times is in the exponent. So what we have here is 2 to the power of 2. So this is just 2 times 2. So this is going to be 4. So again, I'm done with the exponent. I'm going to cross it off and bring down the rest of the problem. 48 divided by 12 plus 4. So now we're done with the exponents. Let's take a look at the next letters. We have multiply and divide. Remember, it doesn't matter which one we do first. It's just whichever one comes first, we're going left to right. So 48 divided by 12 is our next problem. 48 divided by 12 is going to be 4. So now I'm done with 48 48 divided by 12, cross it off, I'm going to bring down what's left. We have a 4. So I don't have any multiplication division left. We're going to get rid of those. And now we're left with addition and subtraction. The only part I've left is 4 plus 4. Again, that's the hardest part of the problem. 4 plus 4 is 8. So the answer to our original problem of 48 divided by the parentheses 4 plus 8, close parentheses, plus 2 to the power of 2 is 8. So hopefully you're able to follow along with that. If you weren't, go ahead and rewind it. Watch that part again. See what you can do. If you're still confused, that's fine. Go ahead and take your quiz though, and let's see where you're at. Tomorrow morning in class, I will check in with you, and we will get it all cleared up. So remember, take your quiz on Pearson, and then email me your score. Put your score in the subject. Put anything you want in the content, but make sure your score is in that subject, and I will see you in class